Welcome in once again to the Yugioh Fresh Off the Press community, where we analyze the current pulse, trends, and forecasts of the Yu-Gi-Oh markets. We're here to feed the endless, eternal Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard market watch addiction, guys. You guys already know. Hopefully you guys are feeling them vibes, the energy. That's what we're here for, to provide fresh off the press quality content. Welcome in, man. The community, the channel continues to grow. 1.28K, almost at 1.3K already. Man, it's just a humbling experience, guys. By the way, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're new, if you're on the fences, on the sidelines, on the edges, you won't regret it. Why? Because we provide great content over here. You know, everyone that forms part of the community definitely, would have to say the same thing. Just a lot of great content, a lot of great value. Look at that. Just yesterday, 1K video, man. That's just amazing, bro. I always like to see these 1K videos, man. It's just amazing, the feedback from the community. But all right, show me the cards, Jay. Where's the cards? All right, let's get to it. Guys, today is all about the metagame. I get it. You know, you guys like to see the penny stonks and and all that. Yes, but you can also invest into meta cards per se, or future meta cards, or get rid of some cards today maybe that later won't be relevant. That's really the key. So you can take away many different things from videos like these. So shout out to Road of the King. They always provide those OCG metagame reports. Man, I wish we had. Is there something like this for TCG? If you do know, leave a comment down below. But they always do a good job. It's always good to have that insight. OCG, TCG, they're different. They have Maxi, we don't, blah blah blah. Yeah, there's always different cards that they have that we don't, and things of that nature. But you get the gist of what the future could be. That's why some cards actually get bought out over here in the TCG, even though some things or changes happen in the OCG, because it gives you an idea. You know what I mean? And it might not be identical, but it's pretty similar for the most part. So we always like analyzing, these metagame reports every once in a while when they pop out. So, yeah, today that's what we're going to do. So let's dig in. Again, here's the pie chart, the metagame breakdown. Guys, Rescue Aces, man. Shout out to Haver from Fusion Yugioh, man. He's been on top of this forever now, so he deserves a shout out and all the credit. He called it, I think, was it in our Fresh Friday feature? He might have mentioned something about this, but if it wasn't in our episode, he's still been yapping about that. He deserves all the credit, man. Rescue Ace, meta in the OCG, 10% of the top cut. That's crazy, man. That is, out of every 10 decks, one Rescue Ace is the meta over there. That's insane. Purrely's, everyone forgot about Purrely's here in the TCG. Of course, we got different hits than them and things of that nature, but what really matters, I think so, right? So what really matters is that, but it's still relevant, man. At least it's relevant. You just never know over here. After Nats and new cards come out, how things may shift. You also have Runick's at 8.7%. That's a lot. Then you have Brandon, man, the staple. It's just the staple in the meta, the tried and true. This is like Sky Strikers, where this deck has years being out. You can always just go back to it. And there's a lot of branded people in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, especially here in the TCG, just playing that deck. They're used to it. They love their fusion monsters, and it's getting results in the OCG still. Then you have Mathmech, Circular over here is to one. We get it, but we're going to discuss that. And then you have Emancipators, Tearlaments, Castira. This is really the surprise of this report, where you have Dragon Links, where here they're meta, but of course they have Max C over there. So you have Vanquished Soul, Super Heavies, and Castira. 4 decks that are, over here in the TCG, they're way more dominant than these. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to see how it works out over there, but still, it's always good to get or have that insight. So let's start off with Rescue Ace. This is the talk of the town right now. We actually talked about Hydrant in our previous market watch, so those people that watch my daily videos, you guys are on top of that. But we're going to provide an update for that, for Hydrant and the rest of the Rescue Ace cards that I think you guys should keep in mind as well. And yeah, as we can see here, the deck profile, you know, they run Prosperities. Over here in the TCG, obviously, we have only one card by. And then they run, you know, the Triple Ash. Over there, they have Maxi. But Crow, man, people forgot about Crow over here in the TCG. Definitely want to look into that and a couple of other cards. But if you want, you know, if you're in YG and EDO Pro or Dueling Book and you want to build a deck, then you can pause the video and, you know, you can look. I could zoom in a little bit for you guys, you know, and you can see Hydrant and Turbulence and the Rescue Ace cards and all that. And you can build the deck. Here's the extra deck and the side deck. These are, you know, it's optional, really. It depends on everyone and their preferences and choices when it comes to side deck. But this core, it should be similar. Of course, you would take the Maxis away and only one card by and things of that nature. But yeah, Rescue Ace meta, that's crazy. The hype is real around these cards, honestly. And who would have thought, man, when the set came out, Amazing Defenders, everyone was like, oh, Purrely's this, Purrely's that. Everyone forgot about Rescue Ace and Mechanicals, and look, man, it's crazy how things shift. And after a Banlist, how things, you know, the hype is here. How do we know? Because we can come here. Look, where are you? Where's Hydrant? I think it's right here. Look at Hydrant real quick. We just discussed this card like yesterday, and look at that. Literally, since we discussed it, going parabolic, guys. Wow, what insanity. Guys, where's the video, bro? Was it just like, is it here? Look, cards you should grab sooner rather than later. Our 1K video, man. It makes me want to like look it up real quick. Man, it makes me really look. Let's see. Hydrant. Let's see. Come on now. Was it this one or the other one? Oh man, I usually don't do this, you know, while I'm doing the market watch. So my bad. You guys can like, you know, skip through this if it takes too long. I know we talked about Hydrant. Where was it, man? Was it in this video? Let me see. I need to find it now. I'm just that type of person. Like when I want something or I want to find a card or whatever, I just go through it, man. I just know we talked about it not too long ago. I'm so bad with my memory, man. I know it was one of these videos. Let's see. Come on, Jay. Jay, come on, man. Oh, man, it was one of these, man. It was one of these. Was it this one? I know I talked about it. Leave a comment down below, man. My bad for taking this long. But we talked about this card recently. It was like in one of those, I'm just not going to, you know, waste more of your time and like skim through those guys. But we talked about this card like literally yesterday or the day before. And this thing was like, what, like $14? That's crazy. What is going on? Yo, what in the 25 billies? 9 listings? What the? Look at that. People coming in droves buying it even at 35's. Insanity in the markets. Insane. And that's here in the TCG. So you see what I'm saying? These metagame reports come out, and even though you would be like, oh, that's in the OCG, yeah, but it gives some insight as to the possibilities, you know, of these decks making these moves. Guys, wow, 9 listings. This thing is 25 billies a pop. Just straight insanity in the markets. And then Turbulence, is it at an all-time high? Yeah, you have a deal here with 2. But after those, if we clean this up, Janet, astounding 10 listings. Wow, it's a 5 billy card. Quickly goes up to 10 MB on only one page. These are getting bought out as we record this video. Rescue Ace Turbulence. If you forgot about these cards or you didn't care about them, you might be caring about them now because they might come and become a meta over here in the TCG as well. So definitely ones to keep in mind. But those are the main ones that, you know, and they have CRs, they look beautiful, but no one's talking about the other Rescue Ace cards. That's what I've realized. And don't forget, in OTS Pack 21, these super rares that no one has cared about, people are getting them for free. You know, when you go play and things of that nature, they're like, ah, this is trash, the super rare, blah, blah, blah. I wanted this, I wanted that. And look, this card now is bumped up off the lows of quarters a pop, and look at that, all the way up. You do see you have a couple of listings, but then it becomes a billy, guys, a straight Billy for this card. That's crazy. This card used to be free. You do have a couple of deals here, only 43 listings, guys, but yeah, it's essentially a Billy card for the field spell. Yeah, Rescue A's, they're going to be using this card. So that super rare from OTS Pack 21 that you can still get today that no one cares about, make sure you keep it in mind, because it might turn out to be value, you know, in the next couple of weeks or the next month or two after the WCQ and the Nat season is over. Same for Alert, you know, from Amazing Defenders, same deal. Their quick play spell, look at this card. It's actually value. You know, it's worth a couple of shekels. As you can see here, 30 listings, and it's a 3 Billy card. Quickly becomes 4, and then eventually 5s. Only 3 pages, only 30 listings. People coming in, they're getting their deck ready. Same for Rescue. So you have Alert and Rescue, both quick play spells used in the deck, and same deal. This one's 4 Billies, quickly goes up to 5s, only 36 listings. People coming in, the demand, you can see the spike in interest. Guys, you can notice that people are coming in to get their Rescue cards, so don't wait. And they played Crow as well. I need to get my secrets, I'm slacking, but you have plenty of budget holographic options, you know what I mean, so no excuses. Latest one is Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge, but then you have commons and other ultras and other. I personally really like this one. But yeah, DD Crows are cheap right now. Just get your playset, maybe even an R09 at Billy's for the cheaper ones. It's just a great hand trap staple that right now is not seeing shine in the TCG right now, but that doesn't mean that as things shifts and the meta shifts after the WCQ that people won't need this card. But yeah, in conclusion, Rescue Ace is popping, a deck that's popping off right now in the OCG. And if you ever had plans of playing this, and we're getting fire support too, just generic fire support, you know, you definitely want to keep this in mind. And then, yo, imagine system down against this. Yo, let me see, system down, you know, let's see. There's a super rare right here. Any moves? Okay, we see the uptrend here. And system down. Okay, we have a 23 Wall of China right here. Only 12 listings though, so yeah, quickly becomes 10 and beyond. So this holographic, you never know, man. Banish all machine type monsters your opponent controls and in their graveyard. Yo, that's insane, man. So definitely one to keep in mind. Then we have Purrely's, guys. The forgotten deck. It got hit in the Banlist, and that's it. Purrely's are over. It's a wrap. No one's gonna use them. They suck. Over here, they use Dark World cards with it. You know, so that's pretty interesting. And second place, Dark World Purrely. So that was the mix-up over there in the OCG. That's pretty interesting, man. Pretty interesting. So yeah, I mean, Purrely's, I guess, as a deck with a different engine, you know, it's popping off over there. So again, something to definitely consider. Obviously, this is the main card. We talked about the retracement recently in price, and it continues to go down here in the TCG. This was 20s not too long ago. Now you can get a couple of deals at 18.50, and the supply keeps coming back in, man. So if you plan on playing Purrely's even later on this year, now wouldn't it be a bad time to make those considerations to expose yourself to the deck. They also played Downerd Magician. Great card. You have a gold, the budget ultra, massively reprinted, and then you have the secrets, the tin from 2014, and then you have the first ed OG print. This card looks beautiful, honestly. So if you plan to play Purrely's, you know, with Dark Worlds, you just never know. That's crazy. 15s for this, only 10 listings, and then it's bought out, guys. So people are coming in. Look, they're getting their copies as fresh as today. You know what I mean? So definitely make those considerations. And then you have Happiness, the call that I made. You know, you got to put the great calls and the not so, at least for now. You never know with Yu-Gi-Oh! They might pan out down the line. So Purely Happiness, I said, you know, that I was grabbing a bunch of these, went up to a Billy, back down to the mean at just a hair under 2/4 a pop. So yeah, I mean, now again, if you don't have this card, I would come in and at least get a playset. Why not? You just never know. If you Purely's make that comeback, then this investment might pan out, but definitely one to keep in mind. Then Anima. This is another card that they use. I love the secret rare max rarity version. Only 2 prints. These are getting harder and harder to get as time passes by. You know, just over 2 Billies for the secret rare, under 100 listings. People are coming in. Just get one. I mean, you need to play one, get one. It's pretty cheap. Don't let this ever become a 5 Billy card before you decide and pay 100% over it to get this card. Then we move on to Runick's, guys. Wow, they had a pure Runick deck over there. Again, they don't have the same hits as we do, over here. So, excuse me, usually this deck over here in the TCG plays with other engines like Naturia, which got hit, or Sprites. Now is the new engine for it. Or where this engine has found its place. But over there, they played Runick Stun. That's crazy. Just playing Tikaboo, Golden Match, and Floodgates. And as we can see, the Floodgates here and Skill Drain. And then everything pure with Amano Awado. That thing is broken. I think I said it correctly. Dimension Shifter. And then that's it. Just stun your opponent. They have these 2 XZs here, which we're going to cover. And yeah, look, and Inspector Border, bro. That card is broken going first. Yo, that's why they probably cited it. Just going first, you stick that in, and that's GG's for the most part, unless they have like an imperm or, an out, which is not as easy to guess. So again, Runicks, they've been making a little bit of noise with tip around 26, 27s after the ban list. Yugen is about 12s, not bad at all. Then you have Fountain, hit at 2 over here in the TCG. So definitely, that's not bad if you're considering to pick up the engine, before it can possibly make more noise heading into the WCQ. Definitely make sure to make those considerations. Then Inspector Border, I think, is cheap right now. You have an Ultra from Duel Devastator, and then you have a second print Megaton Secret, and then you have the first that OG from Extreme Force. It went up a little bit to 4s. It says it's retracing down to the mean right now. So let's take a peek at this card. Clean this up janitor style. Yeah, 350, 340, 350. Not bad. Quickly goes up to 4s and 5s and beyond. Only 2 pages, guys. This thing is hard to get. 19 listings only. A really card hard to get. Going first, it wins games. I really do like this card. And it's machine. That's crazy. I hadn't realized that. So definitely a broken card to keep in mind. Then you have Card of Demise. Card of Demise. Really like this card. I thought it might get semi-limited, in the ban list. So I could play True Dracos, But it didn't, unfortunately. And yeah, you have 2 Ultras, one from Dual Power, one from the OG first set, and then the Secret Rares. I really do like how these look. Max Rarity. I have my one up for my True Draco deck, but yeah. Clean this up real quick. It's a 4 Billy card. It quickly becomes 5s, 6s, and beyonds. Only 18 listings for this first ed copy. That's crazy. People coming in. It's max rarity. It looks beautiful. It's an iconic card. Make sure you keep this one in mind. And then, I closed that one real quick. I was going to talk about, is it this one right here? The 2XCs. There we go. Yeah, which is number 41. And then obviously Evil Swarm, Exciton Knight. Both played here in the extra deck, as you can see. And this card, that's crazy that this didn't get a Battles of Legend Monsters Revenge reprint. Come on now, Konami. It's getting ridiculous. All copies are 8 and above, but yeah, I mean, it's just a broken card, so I can't blame people or the demand for coming in, but definitely one to consider. And then number 41, same deal, only 4 prints. Even the rares are pushing 2s, so that's crazy, man, that this card has this much value. But it's needed, it's a stun card, and is always good going first if you don't draw into something good, just to stun your opponent while you can draw into better cards, guys. Don't forget, guys, link in the description down below to our link tree. We have our centralized resources over here. The boys at Semi-Limited Podcast, they always do a good job over there. If you have some time on a commute or at work, you're bored, pop this up, man. Great time over there with them with those podcast episodes. And Haver, man, wow, what a great episode. Make sure you check out the episode and his channel. Subscribe to show that support. Great people, great job, man. And then, our socials. Don't forget to follow us over here. You just never know if the channel's ever closed down, things of that nature. You're going to have access to your boy Jay from Fresh Off the Press right here. I would appreciate it. All these socials, the Discord, Twitters, Instagram, all of these, man. Make sure to check those out. And don't forget to subscribe, man. If you haven't done so already, it really does help out the channel. Click right here, click that bell to stay tuned for our giveaways, our live stream announcements, all that good stuff, our fresh off the press content. And yeah, you guys are the straight MVPs. Destroy that like button, as it really does help out the channel with the algorithm to find great people like you guys. And don't forget that this content is not official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Continue to show me the deck profiles, Jay. All right, we have Branded, one of the favorite decks of most of the Yu-Gi-Oh community here in the TCG. As we can see here, Branded. What a great deck, man. I mean, most of the cards are staples. They do run a small Bestial package because they're hit over there. Okay, over here, they're not hit. So this might as well say Bestial branded there, or branded Bestials. I don't know. Double Bs, yeah, we're good. But yeah, I mean, a lot of staples, a lot of 3-ofs. You would take Maxi out over here as well. But let's discuss a couple of these cards. You can pause it right here if you want to check it out further. But yeah. Branded, we have Branded Fusion, the mainstay card of the deck, guys. The staple, the card that does it all, the card that gets ashed. Yo, it's right here. Single print for now. That's crazy. Super rare from Structure Deck, Owlbass Strike, but it's getting the ultimate rare treatment in OTS Tournament Pack 22, so don't forget about that. Ultimate rare. Look at that. Wow, that thing is going to look fresh off the press just like the channel. You guys already know I can't wait for those Branded Fusions. And I know there's a lot of people excited. But this card is too good. It's holding the Billy line. But yeah, I mean, it's a Structured Deck card. People know the max rarity, higher rarity is coming down around the corner. But yeah, that's the main deck of the main card of the deck. Then you have Branded Opening. This thing has dumped down in value. That's crazy. Used to be 9, 10 Billies, down to 3s, down 3x. Wow. Over 100 listings. Prismatic Seekers, though, look beautiful. Honestly, if I would be playing the deck, this is the version that I would get. You see a couple of deals here. Just such a great card, man. So make sure you have them. Don't wait. If you're going to start playing Branded, definitely a card that you need access to. And then a Luber, obviously. You have the OT is dumping down. I didn't know this, man. Wow, it's dumping down. And the OG Secrets at 4s, 5s. And then the Prismatics at 3s. Wow. This used to be a 5 to 6 Billy card. That's crazy. And then these Ultras holding the line at 250 as well. And yeah, only 4 prints for this card. That's crazy to know that this was triple digits over $100 once. Wow. That's insane, man. And then obviously Fallen of Owlbass. The Secrets are holding the value at around 24s, 25s. You have the OTs, at around 35s. And then you have the budget options. A common, who cares? Just get the Ultras if you're going budget at around $1 billion. Not bad at all. Then you have Nadir Servant. Only 2 prints? We didn't get a Battles of Legend reprint? No way. When is Konami going to reprint this? The Ultras are around 8s. Secrets are around 32s. That's too much of a discrepancy. Either the Secret continues to go back down or the Ultra is continued to be gobbled up by the Secret. But we'll see what happens down the line. I mean, this is a card again. It reached 9s, almost 10. Supply came back in. As we can see here, they're around 780, 790, basically 8 billies. Only 62 listings though. And people are coming in, getting their play sets. The demand is there. Don't sleep on this card. Then we move on to Fusion Deployment. I believe this max rarity Prismatic Secrets are a steal right now. Just guys, look, the OG has low listings around 3 billies, but I would just get these, man. If you ask me, Prismatic Secrets right now at billies, count me in, man. A couple of deals down here. So yeah, it's a card that the deck plays at 3. So it's a playset of a card that you need. So definitely one to keep in mind. Then you have the Bestial package. We've been talking about this all along, and as you can see, Battles of Legend, Monsters Revenge, reprinted Baldrake, and also, which is this one. No one really cares about that one. And then Lubellion in Quarter Century Secret. That sucks, man. They kept these away from this so they can sell, these reprints down the line. So that's crazy, but it is a business, man. It would have been nice to get reprints for these, but yeah, the Bestial package is holding its value. The demand is there. And yeah, just wanted to make sure to mention that Bestial branded Bestial was a deck over there in the OCG. So it's definitely going to probably make noise over here as well. Then we have Mathmech. Again, Circular was hit to 1. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So it's not the same impact that it's having over there in the OCG. But again, this is the profile. The deck profile that won over there 22nd. Second place in this Lotus Cup 3v3 team. Definitely, a deck to keep in mind. Let's cover. So again, here it got a reprint Equation, which is the spell at around 5 billies for the Secrets. These here are going to put some sell pressure on this spell. Nice to have a reprint for those people looking for a more budget option. And then you have Sigma as well, which was one of the last cards that was not reprinted for the monster lineup, I believe so. This was, 5, 6s, now back down to billies, as you can see there with the ultra rare rarity bump, max rarity, and then you have super factorial. That's crazy that this is still a single print, that it doesn't have a reprint. Yeah, they should have just thrown it in Monsters of Revenge as well. I don't know why they limit themselves with some cards and things of that nature, but oh well. But all in all, Mathmechs are pretty cheap for the core, you know, and then the extra deck is where the money, you know, is at, that you would need to spend. But still, it's a cheap core, you know, that you can get. Other than Amber, what does this do? Man, unless you play the gold, this, what, Alan Bershin? Oh, I think I said it right. And then I would just get these secret rares, honestly, instead of these ultras. These look nice and they're around 6 billies, couple of deals there, so not bad at all. You know, and then this one, yikes. If you're going max rarity, bro, I mean, playing gold, I get it, but really? You're going to shed 150 billies when you can just shed 5? Bro, nah. That's like 30x different. Nah, bro. I'm good. I'll keep the gold rare, you know, moving forward until we get a reprint, man. Excuse me. Then we have Silent Mining. This card is just good. It's good for general Cybers monsters and decks, I meant to say. And the same deal for Mathmechs. You know what I mean? But Salomon Greats use this card. Mathmechs use this card. Just so many decks out there. We cleaned this up. 19 billies still for this card, retracing after the ban list a little bit. But definitely a card to get. And you have holographic options and then a rare. They're all 3 billies and above. So these are money. And only 4 prints. Not that easy to get. So definitely a card to keep in mind. Then you have Parallel Exceed. Great card. Only 3 prints. Honestly, I would just go for the prismatics under 4 billies. That's what I would do, you know, at this point. You know, just get the copies that I would need. As you can see here, play that play sets inside the deck. Definitely a card. It's Cybers that you would need for your deck. Then you have Small World. We covered this not too long ago. Prismatic Secret is going down now, retracing back down to the mean with a couple of deals here, but it quickly becomes a 7 and above Billy card once again with the Wall of China there of 93. But yeah, I mean, just a great card. Only 2 prints, Prismatic Secrets, as you can see, played at playsets in Mathmechs, and yeah, definitely make those considerations. And then obviously you have Solemn Scolding. That's crazy. You can see here, played at 2. In this deck, just the Forgotten Solemn, that's what I call it. Only 2 prints. They're both secrets. One is a Megaton and one is from the new Challengers. That thing came out, man. I was a kid when this thing came out, I think, so that's just insane. Yeah, that is crazy. Look, 1 page, getting cleaned out, bought out as we speak. 6 listings only. I know one of you guys, I forgot in the comments when I talked about this card a couple of months ago, you were like, thanks, Jay. I think they said like they bought a copy or a placer. So they must be looking nice, because this card, you know, it wasn't that long ago. It was like 3s and now it's doubled up, man. So that's 100% increase, and it quickly gets bought out. A lot of 1-ofs, playset coming at 13s. Insane. This card is non-existent, and it's a Solemn card. It's beautiful. And who knows if Konami's going to ever reprint this again. So wow, great value over there. And then the last deck that I want to talk about that you do see here in the metagame report right here at 3.5%. Over here in the TCG, this deck is getting results left and right, guys. Don't forget about Vanquished Soul. A lot of great value in here, getting results, you know, in regionals and top tier events. Over here in the OCG, only 3.5%, but I know this deck would be, you know, over in this half, you know, of the results instead of down here. So, you know, keep it in mind. Right now, the demand is high, the supply is low. Make sure you keep that in mind. Maybe in the next couple of weeks, you know, a little bit more supply of Wild Survivors comes back into the markets. But you have your CRs, you know, CR versions there getting cleaned out, you know, for the most part. And then you have these, wow, 32 Billy Rare. That is just crazy, guys. So Vanquish Soul is making moves, man. Is making moves out here in the TCG, and definitely a deck that you wanted to, you know, that you should consider as well, guys. Well, today, again, we just wanted to do a metagame breakdown. Of course, this is of the OCG, just to have that insight into the future moving forward. Maybe there's some cards that you want to pick out from here that you hadn't, you know, considered, you know, recently. So I wanted to make sure to highlight those and bring that to the forefront. And hopefully you enjoyed today's video. You know, stay tuned, guys. A lot of great content coming just around the corner. More penny stonks, more great investments and things of that nature. Look at these cards are in very high demand. The video is popping off already. If you haven't checked that out, make sure to swing by. And guys, thank you so much always for your support, man. It's just crazy. Just the continued support from the community, everything you guys do, the comments. Leave a comment down below. I answer each and every single comment, even the replies. That's what I'm here for, to interact with the community. Live stream most likely coming this weekend, guys. So stay tuned for the details. And I'm excited, man, just to have a good time with the community on those live streams, back and forth, Q&A, and just discuss the markets. We had a blast last weekend, and stay tuned for that. And then a giveaway, man. I feel like doing a giveaway soon. You know, I'll work out the kinks, the details, and I'll make sure to announce that in the channel as well. So if you stayed out this far, you get the good value, man. I appreciate it. You guys are the straight MVPs. And all right, let me let you guys get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. I hope you guys have a good one.